Got everything here, excluding merchandise prohibited by the Sakuko decree. Huh. I want to do something here. Yeah, alright. Yeah. Alright, where's this grain in one place? You sell everything here, you mean? That's right. Takatsu Mononono. That's literally what it's called, I guess. Itself means having almost everything. Similarly, our shop is dedicated to fulfilling the wishes of every customer. Which means that as long as you can offer the right price, you can buy anything. And as for how we got the goods, I'm afraid I can't disclose that. One new Paimon, please. Paimon? Oh, what is this? A flying doll that makes noises? Is this some antique embedded with Jinjitsu by any chance? Sorry, this is indeed a little... please wait, dear customer. I shall have to consult my sources.
You can find a...
Man, we talked about making a new Paimon, and now we're talking about buying a new Paimon.
Ad Astra at...
Why, hello there? Yes. Hello, I am Catherine, the receptionist of the Adventurers Guild. My job is to provide the adventurers with quest and intelligence support. Why do you need to reintroduce yourself? This service is available around the clock, so there is no need for concern.
Ad Astra...
Another Catherine. Another? Oh wait, didn't I do that before? I'd love to teleport too! Oh dear, you actually believed that. Sorry, that was a joke. Please don't take it to heart. Yeah, okay. At least I got to see that option now. Welcome, try Shimia's fine cuisine. About Shimia's. How do you like it? The food's got that authentic flavor, eh? Back in the days, I was just a poor samurai with a single dime to my name. I started Shimura's from the ground up. Every plank and every window here I installed by hand. I manage every ingredient, every sauce, and every change in cooking temperature. It's guaranteed to be top-notch. Even Ouya Restaurant can't compete with us. You used to be a samurai? Oh yeah, but it's been decades. Nothing worth talking about. I was too naive back then. I only thought of serving and dying for the cause, or building some track record of becoming Hakamoto. I kept going until my hair turned gray and my parents were long gone. At the point I finally realized that I was alone in the world, and yet I still hadn't figured out what I was supposed to do yet. Thankfully I still had this restaurant. I've been working on it for decades. Can you imagine it? It took decades for me to realize that I'm more suitable to being a small business owner than a warrior. What's up with the Ouya Restaurant? What about them? They've just been around a bit longer than us, have a little more staff than us, and have classier directions. Well, the owner has a bit of background, but that's all there is to their popularity. I walked past that place several days ago and they insisted on inviting me in. Of course I knew they were just teasing me. My restaurant is just as that. Startup stage. Just give me a bit of time and I'll be better than them for sure. Alright, you angry old man. Why, if it isn't a new rookie? Feel free to ask me if you have any questions. You look pretty pale. Are you okay? It's okay, I was just born with a weak constitution. Thank you for asking. I've been weak and prone to sickness since I was little. I joined the Adventurers Guild after I'd grown up, hoping to train my body through adventures. Although I have gathered quite a lot of experience, my body still remains the same. Oh, no, I'm not some great adventurer worth mentioning or anything. However, because I have been in Inazuma for so long, I happen to know more about the local Adventurers Guild than anyone else. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me anytime. Tell me about Inazuma. You want to know more about the geography of Inazuma? No problem. I figure that you must have come to Norakami Island from Rito through Konda Village, right? Then I need not say about them. Though there are some urban legends about Baiko Plain, which is also on that path. Who knows if those are true or not? To the north of Inazuma City, you will find the Grand Norakami Shrine on the mountaintop. The great sakura tree at the shrine is truly a spectacular sight. Beneath the Grand Norakami Shrine are Mount Yugo and the Chinju Forest. It's very difficult to climb Mount Yugo. There are also legends about the Bakudanagi running amok in the Chinju Forest. Be extra careful if you go there. What's outside Norakami Island? Outside Norakami Island, if you keep going southwest, you will find Kanazuka and Yashuri Island. These islands have been the focus of recent military conflicts, and I don't recommend that adventurers go there alone. However, many could not resist the temptation of treasure hunting. In addition, I haven't heard much about the furnace of the whatever at Rizuka. Anyway, those who can't handle themselves will best stay away from these places for now. After passing through these islands, you'll...
You will let you know I'm gonna head out now. I'll say to my man.
Alright then, see you later, man. Good night.
Night, man. You good luck with all your chatting to random NPCs.
Oh, I'm almost done.
Oh, sweet. Alright, nice.
Yeah. Okay. You'll find yourself in the most remote corner of Inazuma. Watatsumi Island, a place under the jurisdiction of the Sangonomiya. Further down, you'll be in southern Inazuma. This place is constantly shrouded by fog. It doesn't look like anything good from this side of the ocean. Well, I'm curious about what exactly is hiding in that thick fog. I wouldn't suggest going there. I'm afraid I'm no longer a rookie. Wow, such forcefulness! It seems I have misjudged a book by its cover. My apologies. But since you have just arrived in Inazuma, you'll probably still find many things unfamiliar if you run into any trouble. Be careful, come look for me. Inazuma is in turmoil right now, which you probably already knew. However, this may be a blessing in disguise. Ever since the Sakoku decree, fewer and fewer foreign adventurers have been arriving, so there should still be quite a lot of lost treasures to be found. If you have confidence in your abilities, this might be the best place for you to flex your muscles. Anyway, best you be careful when going outside. The Adventurers Guild will always be behind you. I look forward to working with you. Seeing as you've just arrived, I'll share with you some of the experience that I've gained over the years. In this rapidly changing world, I think there will always be situations where the experience may be of use to you. I must change to daytime again. Drink some water. My throat hurts. You're rewarded.
This time it don't.
Don't miss out on any Izuma's creative cuisine. Creative cuisine? That's right. You see, the street is filled with old, famous shops that serve people the same old stuff all the time. So I thought that some creative and new might attract a real crowd. Aside from ordinary takoyaki and sushi, I've also added creative cuisines onto the menu. They are my pride and joy. Milky Natto ramen? That sounds good. Colorful spicy dango? What do you think? Sounds delicious, no? How's Mrs. doing? I am new to cooking after all. It'd be best if I took things one step at a time. Though my dishes may sound a little strange, everyone who's tried it has said that they taste pretty good. Miss Kamisato of the Yasho Commission visited my shop last time and took a liking to our assorted milk tea. However, perhaps the mix of foods is a little too strange, because we rarely get any returning customers. I suppose people are still too used to ordinary cuisine. Seems like I need to put more work into how I promote all this creativity. Yo-Yo Aquaware, we sell only the best. Tell me about your wares. If you want the best whatever in Inazuma, actually Aquaware probably, yeah, that was correct. This is the best place to be. We sell only the highest quality items, even big shots from the Shogante order from us. Our venerable store has been around for years. I am the 4th generation owner and have inherited the pursuit of perfection from my ancestors. Add that to the unique craftsmanship I learned from Samura, and I am sure that I will have much to add to our legacy. Sumura? I once traveled to and studied at Sumura Academia. The secret crafting techniques that I learned there have helped me to create unique paints. Lacquerware making techniques are truly fascinating. My goal is to combine everything I have learned and become the best of the best. If my skill can reach that apex, I am sure that my lacquerware will bear out the pattern of the truth. May I use the crafting bench here? Be my guest, as long as you don't hinder my research. Use caution. I've actually been wondering. Has there been anything in here? What? What? You can put artifacts in here now? Oh. You could put in a whole lot more than you need. I see. Huh. Interesting. So they do that now. Well, I heard from the Furia Nobaru that you're an adventurer from afar. Oh, I'm so jealous. If only I could go on an adventure as well. Oh well, if it isn't too much trouble, could you tell me some stories about the outside world? You could take on some commissions from the Adventurers Guild. You think I've never gone there before? Don't judge me by my age. I've completed the assignments from the guild at least once, twice, or 3 times. But because of the Sakuga decree, they were all exclusively local assignments. I once told one of the higher-ups in the guild about this, but he just kicked the can down the road, making excuses like, oh, there are many treasures in Inazuma too, and such. Well, I kept pushing. He just referred me to the Shogunate instead of the guild. This stupid Sakuga decree has caused us, the adventurers of Inazuma, to be confined to such limited space. I doubt that even the almighty Shogun can pay the toll for getting in the way of my future adventuring career. How much will Archon have mercy? Electro Archon have mercy. You didn't hear me say anything at all. I didn't hear anything. What? Thank you. I wish I was a traveler like you. I want to go to the neighboring Liyue or even Mondstadt. I heard that people in Mondstadt are carefree and live as they please. When will I be able to experience something like that? The intel is actually pretty good. About him, if it weren't for me pushing hard on the issues about the Sakuga decree, I wouldn't even have realized that he was a senior member of the Adventurers Guild. But while he seems to be weak and unfit, he's actually a very seasoned adventurer. I've heard that many adventurers in the guild go to him for advice. He's not a bad fellow, but if he could ever help me get out of Inazuma, if only. I'm about to leave my parents and sister. Though I came from a martial family, the thought of war still makes me uneasy. Is war really necessary? Will Her Excellency the Oshogo really take responsibility for the war in every one of us? As a samurai, perhaps now is not the time for doubt. A samurai should never have cold feet before a battle, nor should they doubt the Shogun's decisions. I urge you to turn yourself in for posting inappropriate messages in public. You will receive a wider sentence of detainment and re-education. Removing or defealing. Yeah, fuck it. I'm done. Finishing it. I'm taking these stocks. Give me that. Give me. Poultry skewer with barbecue sauce. Salty grilled fish, Kitsune ramen, dear customer. How would you like to try some native Inazuma snacks? We also serve tea. We have Genmicha, Barley, Ogrong. Which would you like? We do not serve alcohol, though. No alcohol? Odd, is it? Well, think about it. If you drink too much, your taste buds will get numb, and you won't be able to taste how good the dishes are anymore. So even if most Inazuma snacks go well with alcohol, we don't serve alcohol here. To me, the bitterness and the aftertaste of tea can bring out the taste of skewers and the sauce better. Alcohol would just cover everything up. Aside from the skewers, you might want to order some Kitsune ramen, if you want something more filling. By the way, you aren't allergic to beans, are you? I can't drink alcohol yet. I see you aren't old enough to drink, right? That's also fine. You can order some tea while savoring some of the Inazuma snacks. Here, these onigiri are freshly made today. They are delicious and filling. Please, have some. Allergic to beans? There was a case like this before, so it's very safe than sorry for me to ask first. There was once an Oni gentleman and a lady with kitsune ears who made a bet here on who could eat the most kitsune ramen. But there was fried tofu in the ramen, and the Oni people are allergic to beans. Therefore, even though that gentleman with long horns won the bet, he almost lost his wife. Was it worthwhile?
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
Oh, so that's his voice. Much deeper. Well, I've been thinking about something and I didn't notice you. Sorry. What's on your mind? I'm thinking of the current situation of Inazuma and the Raiden Shogun's policies. I couldn't return to my hometown to see the rite of parting due to the Sakuku decree, but somehow I also happened to witness a turning point in Inazuma's history. I'm so sorry, I forgot to mention that I'm a historian from Liyue. Although I can't go home for now, I'd get a chance to document the change of policy in Inazuma. It's been such a blessing in disguise. How about these policies? I still cannot come up with a final conclusion. I think that this is order for us to judge a piece of history. We must document it completely first. Therefore, I have decided to stay here for a while and witness future developments in Inazuma. What was Inazuma like before? I think using words like happy or joyful to describe the Inazuma locals back then isn't really accurate. A more appropriate word would be vigorous. The Inazuma locals before the lockdown would still worry about life's troubles. However, if they had a vigor, then that couldn't be matched now. People are indeed living stable and peaceful lives, but if you look at the closed borders, the closed shops, and the patrolling samurai who go around seizing visions, I don't think that anyone can feel at ease in such an oppressive situation. And this is not to mention those people whose lives took a drastic turn after they lost their visions. Does the Raiden Shogun who seeks eternity really desire an Inazuma that looks like this? Well, with some things that I've picked up, she used to be different. She definitely used to be different than she is now. So what have you heard about the rite of parting? To be honest, I was really terrified when I learned about Rex Lavis's passing in a letter from Liyue. Aside from being shocked, I also felt regret that I was not in Liyue at such a crucial moment. I could only write to my family and my fellow researchers, asking them to document what happened at the time. Rex Lapis through thousands of years. If he were still around and saw what's happened to Inazuma, I wonder what he would say. He would probably say, where are those who shared the memory before? Feed the puppy? Where? Where is it? Where? Where? My goodness. A good boy. Can I feed? How do I feed it? Here, this is for you. Nice. Oh yeah. Sunlight leaks through wood. Almost in the courtyard. Who are you, and what are you looking at, huh? What are you staring at me for? This tea is absolutely disgusting, by the way. Give me a crow's spittle any day. Pfft, never mind the tea. Even the scenery is bad. All of these outlanders shulking about in Izuman's shop. And they say this is some high-end pad that only serves an upper-class clientele. This place might as well be a straw hut as far as I'm concerned. If it weren't for an official assignment, I wouldn't have wanted to be here. Official assignment, you say? Well, if it's not all thanks to you outlanders, you sit and enjoy the fruits of others' hard work and you can always cause trouble. Take that guy from Seznaya, for example. He's been good for nothing all this time. He just wanders around asking about things, and he's been around forever. If it weren't for the fact he's been staying at this lame old tea house, I would've... Why am I telling you this? Who are you anyway? You better watch it. Don't let me catch you doing anything bad. I won't be so nice if you get in my way. Alright, asshole. Hello, are you an outlander who came to Inazuma too? We've become a rare sight recently. Who are you? I'm a merchant from Seznaya. I've been staying at Inazuma to get some rest. The clientele of Inazuma is warm and humid, and its cuisine is most exquisite. It's a far and more forgiving place than Seznaya. How's business been? It was quite good at first. Exotic items of faraway lands that will sell well anywhere, after all. But later on, the resistance emerged in Southern Lamia due to the confiscation of visions by the Shogunate. Business has become worse ever since the war started. That just won't do. How can there be a healthy market in this environment? The way I see it, the Shogunate is stabbing itself in the foot. But, though the current situation is grim, the weather in Inazuma remains very comfortable, and Kodomo Tea House is very safe and secure, so all in all, I'm in no hurry to leave. Do you often drink tea here? Kodomo Tea House is classy, has a fascinating view, and it's very cautious in choosing its guests. It is the best place for me to relax. Walking around the yard, watching the scenery, and listening to the chit-chat of the guests are my favorite pastimes. I have felt that I am being watched by somebody lately. It does creep me out, but since I am already inside Kodomo Tea House, I suppose I will be fine.
Only accepts guests of sufficient status.
Goodbye. Goodbye, let's chat again next time. Okay. Please wait, dear customer. It's you. What's your business in Kodomo Tea House today? You're still as cautious as ever. Kodomo Tea House has the best view among all the high-end tea houses on this street. Many customers come here on its account. But of course, there are some guests who come here for our owner. They don't really drink tea. They just want to see Toromaru, which is troubling. They just barge in here without knowing the first thing about this place. Their bravery is indeed commendable. But I wouldn't make such of anything else about them. Only the guests who are approved by me may enter. As for the rest of the riffraff, I shall politely ask them to leave. Politely, you say? Yes, do you have any doubts about that? As the hostess of the high-end tea house and the retainer of the Kamisato clan, being understanding is a necessary virtue. Even if the guest is not an upstanding person, I would still treat them with respect, as long as they know how to be respectful in turn. There appears to be an odd person in the courtyard. As expected, you notice as well. There's no need to worry. That young and capable individual, with friends from many lands, with profound knowledge and surprisingly great taste in tea, is already under my surveillance. There will not be any problems. I'm here to play with Toromaru. Even you. If it were just some ordinary guest, I wouldn't have allowed it. Is Toromaru some mongrel by the road, that they even pet him without even buying some tea first? Toromaru is the owner of the Kodomo Tea House. Every staff member working here is assigned a contract with it, in order to remain trapped here to work forever, unable to leave. Therefore, though I can make an exception to let you interact with Toromaru, I recommend that you watch yourself. Are you looking forward to signing a contract tomorrow? Let's go see the good boy. I need to get something to eat after this. I'm feeling a bit weak. Feeling light. Who's a good doggy? Woof! Can you understand me? Have you met someone who smells like me before? A dog doesn't go, Can I sign a contract with you to work here? Who's a handsome doggy? You are. It's another peaceful, carefree day. May I ask who you are? Hello, welcome to Kodomo Tea House. I am a doorman for the Kamisato clan, and I work here. That being said, I really have nothing better to do except drink and tea here. It's far more relaxing than the days I had when I still had a vision. It's not bad at all. Your vision? Don't misunderstand. Even though I have lost my vision, I am not actually a victim of the Vision Hunt Decree. I lost mine in a competition, fair and square. Back when I was a polearm instructor, I challenged Kamisato Ayaka to a duel with polearms, having learned the secret techniques of the Kitin school. I thought I was invincible. But, as you might expect, how could I defeat Kamisato Ayaka with my limited skill? After losing, I handed my vision over. Strangely, losing the vision felt like letting go of a heavy burden. Those obsessions I had before all disappeared. From that day forth, I no longer stepped into the Kamisato clan estate and became a doorman instead. Kamisato Ayaka not only has excellent swordsmanship, but has great skill with a polearm. It is really an honor that I can still serve him as an ordinary doorman. Oh wait, Hayato. Had I been... Wait. Hold on. I've been reading it wrong. This house is a peaceful life, is easy to come by. As for me, I no longer need to slave away for some glittery little ball. You've crossed blades with Kamisato Ayato? That was my youthful ignorance. Please forget about it. In my current job, I won't be needing a sword or spear. My skills with the spear are probably of little use. If you don't mind, please accept it.
The books were more interesting in the past.
Kamino Tea House is a great place to drink tea, if only I had an old classical text on hand. This is gonna go on for a while. I'll change my voice. Youngster, are you also interested in tomes as well? Not bad kids like you are. You have to read these old classic stories nowadays. I'm sorry, it's not that I disapprove of the younger generation. It's just the fact that Yay Publishing House has been focusing on light literature recently. I really can't accept that. Pondering, thinking, and coming up with the right words are all fine. Using simple and forgettable pleasures to win readers over, I don't think it's a good trend. About Kamado Tea House. It's hard to find a classy tea house in Inazuma nowadays. Indeed, only when those who understand real culture gather together can we maintain the sincerity of this place. Serenity. I heard from Kuzo that you were invited by the Kamisato clan to Kamado Tea House. If Kozo is around, you can feel free to relax here. About Kozo. Many people have been taken in by Kozo's weak, girly appearance and have paid the price. This girl is not just a talker, she can handle herself really well. She's the offspring of the Kamisato clan's retainers. Her swordsmanship is impeccable, though she's nowhere near as good as me. Anyway, with her skills, she is definitely qualified to be the gatekeeper of Kamado Tea House. Perhaps she's even qualified.
What delicious tea.
About Todomaru. Todomaru is very cute, eh? He's an old friend of mine. Back in our Super Summon days, we were both well-known hunks. I would be to reminisce not to maintain any of my grand history. If we're going to talk about that, back in the day I was an instructor at the Ninja Village. No one dared to not greet me when they saw me. Todomaru followed me around back then as well. We served the Kamisato clan loyally together. Now that the both of us are retired, I'm not sure they can still count on those young'uns. They're probably still expecting me to give them a score, I'll bet. Okay, no one's in here. Let's walk back out. What time is it? 11:38. I'll be done by 12, I can tell. Almost done. Almost done. I can only hope that dialogue in Mondstadt, Liyue, and Inazuma does not change over the course of new areas coming out. Because, oh my god, could you imagine me doing endgame rounds? I shudder to think of that. That's gonna be so many episodes of rounds. Ooh, bright. Hello there, friend from afar. Are you going shopping? As it happens, I'm doing so too. Would you mind if I join you? Could you tell me more about this street? This street is the busiest place in Inazuma. Not only can you get the daily necessities here, but you can also purchase rare, high-end, and exotic goods. It's my favorite spot. It's a shame that you've come at such a moment. If it were before the Sakura tree, you would have been able to find fine liquor from Mondstadt or handcrafted jewelry from Liyue. Now, I would recommend that you check out the old local stores, like the textiles and kimonos. You'll find the latest and finest outfits there. The owner of the Rackoware seems to have lived with